Motorcycles are always in demand as motorcycle enthusiasts are always looking for the newest motorcycles. People looking to buy a motorcycle at the end of the year should wait for the upcoming motorcycles to be launched at the start of 2023. People prefer motorcycles with affordable prices and features, which can present a challenge for motorcycle companies. Many motorcycle manufacturers make sure that they deliver the best quality motorcycles by maintaining a balance between performance and features, keeping the cost reasonably low for customers. We've had a rash of new launches in recent weeks to whet our appetite, so here are 12 of the most exciting new motorcycles we cannot wait to unwrap in 2023 in no particular order. I am Nano Huge and welcome to my channel. Facts, explore, and knowledge. 12. Honda CB750 Hornet. Due, February 2023. After a 12-month trickle of teasers and sneaky previews, the Honda Hornet, or Honda CB750 when it's naughty, buzzed into view at Intermot to great fanfare. While the final product didn't exactly blow us away, probably because the drawn-out ramping of anticipation had us expecting something more exciting, function ultimately trumps form in the volume-dictated middleweight class. Truth is, the finer details of the rakish design are more effective in the flesh than in photos, but the beauty of the Hornet comes under the skin anyway. Indeed, the Hornet marks Honda's return to the mid-capacity twin arena with a brand new 750cc platform. Coming in at a feathery 190 kilograms, the Hornet should make brisk progress when combined with its 90 bhp to prove itself as an adept and nimble commuter runaround, while being refined and mature on the open road at weekends. 11. Royal Enfield Super Meteor 650. Due, February 2023 India. Having persevered with offering only the Interceptor and Continental GT models since their launch in 2018, Royal Enfield 650 twin platform gets its first spin-off in 2023 in the form of the Super Meteor 650. Buoyed by the runaway success of its smaller Meteor 350, the Super Meteor 650 represents a grander, more mature and more powerful rendition of the popular cruiser. Pumping out 46 bhp and 49 Nm of torque, the Super Meteor 650 should play on its sibling's reputation for providing cool, unhurried, easy riding, all at a cost that will almost certainly undercut other retro-themed rivals. 10. Suzuki V-Strom 800DE. Due, Spring 2023. You wait many years for a new middleweight Suzuki to appear, then two come along at once. Indeed, it was two for the price of one at EICMA as Suzuki pulled the wraps off the much-anticipated GSX-8S and this, the Suzuki V-Strom 800DE. Packing a new parallel twin 776cc engine, the V-Strom 800DE is now better positioned to take on the all-new Honda XL 750 Transalp and segment veteran, the Yamaha Tenor 700. Kicking out 83.1 bhp, the V-Strom 800DE keeps things in check with a host of gadgets to keep things planted on the road, but also accentuate the model's off-road credentials, Suzuki having steered the DR Big-inspired model more towards the off-road segment rather than its touring angled V-twin cousin, which will remain on offer in the range alongside it. As a result, the 800DE, while still recognizably a V-Strom, looks beefier and more rugged than before, while incorporating Suzuki's new signature style of a squared-off front end and stacked headlights. 9. Italjet Dragster 500 GP. Due, end of 2023. And now for something a little different. Proving that the humdrum scooter needn't be all about function over form, the reborn Italjet Dragster certainly cuts a dash as it carves through the city streets while turning plenty of heads. With demand having outstripped supply of the entry-level 125 and 200cc versions, The Italian firm is ramping things up with Italjet Dragster 500 GP. Capitalizing on its association with newly retired thrice MotoGP runner-up Andrea Dovizioso, the 500 GP makes use of a single-cylinder, 450cc engine pumping out 43 bhp across a 6-speed gearbox. Erring more towards a slimline, easier-to-ride motorcycle than a maxi scooter, the Dragster 500 GP scraps the 125/200s model's hub, center front suspension in favor of a more conventional USD setup, while the engine sits under the seat rather than above the rear wheel. Of course, Italjet hasn't tinkered too much with the show-stopping design, which continues to look like the most exciting, oversized Meccano set we'll ever clasp our eyes on. 8. Indian After 1200. Due, early 2023. While tourers, cruisers, baggers and bobbers are Indians' bread and butter, the American firm showed us in 2019 that it still knows how to party with the launch of the flat tracker-inspired After 1200. 4 years on and the firm has given its rip-roaring naked style model a substantial update for 2023 and launched the brand new sport variant to replace the outgoing S. That gives you a clue as to the After 1200's primary objective, with Indian fettling the revised chassis with upgraded Brembo brakes and improved clutch, which should ensure a more involving riding experience, while the 1203cc V-twin engine produces 123 bhp at 7,750 rpm. On the surface, the After 1200 gains a more impactful aesthetic with a more angular take on the front end and engine casing design, finished off by that mammoth twin muffler towards the rear. 7. Kawasaki Hybrid. Due, on the road 2023. Arguably the most intriguing model we're due to get our hands on at some stage in 2023, the as-yet unnamed hybrid Kawasaki sports bike has prompted plenty of questions since it emerged. Though it took pride of place on Kawasaki's stand at EICMA, bosses have remained very tight-lipped about exactly what it is packing, when it will go on sale, and why it has invested so heavily in an alternative power form that other manufacturers rejected many years ago. To bring you up to speed, this is a hybrid that combines the power generated by a conventional ICE with that of a battery pack. The idea, as pioneered by the much-imitated Toyota Prius car, allows the motorcycle to use just battery power at lower speeds for better economy, before the fuel-powered ICE kicks in once you reach a certain speed. Previous attempts to harness this technology for motorcycles have been held back by issues of greater weight, higher costs, and difficult packaging. Nevertheless, Kawasaki thinks it has hit on a trick. Not that we know exactly what that is, and, for sure, in motion it's certainly strange to witness the hybrid accelerating silently before the rumble of an engine suddenly starts while it is in motion. So why is Kawasaki developing a hybrid motorcycle? Well, with many major cities and towns now introducing a ban on 100% ICE vehicles in central zones, hybrid models get around this because they don't emit harmful gases within urban speed limits. As a result, this is a way for customers, especially those cynical of full EV models, to lower their costs without losing top-end power on the open road. 6. Ducati Diavel V4. Due, January 2023. We've waited a while for Ducati to drop its acclaimed V4 engine into its beefiest model, the Diavel, but that wait will soon be over. Indeed, the brooding power cruiser has been due for an overhaul for a while now, so the Italian firm has marked the occasion by unveiling the fresh Ducati Diavel V4. Following on from the Panigale and Multistrada V4S, Ducati showcases the Gran Turismo's versatility by tweaking it to offer 162 bhp and a whopping 123 Nm of torque, while it features technology that shuts off 2 of the 4 cylinders when they aren't needed for greater efficiency. Rivaling the Triumph Rocket 3, the Diavel V4 trades some of its predecessors' flowing, muscular lines for a sharper, edgier aesthetic, enhanced by accentuated front gills and a delicious-looking 4-pot exhaust sprouting from the engine, while it is much lighter now too, dropping from 244 kilograms to 222 kilograms. 5. Honda XL 750 Transalp. Due, 2023 to be announced. If the CB750 Hornet doesn't stir the soul, then how about Honda's other, nameplate reviving product of its brand new 750cc platform, the XL750 Transalp? Honda's long-awaited re-entry into the increasingly competitive middleweight adventure motorcycle class finally made its bow at EICMA, riding on the same lightweight foundation as the Hornet, naked and equipped with the firm's fresh 270-degree crank, twin-cylinder engine. A more nimble, easier-to-ride alternative to the larger Africa Twin, wearing a design inspired by the 2019 CB4X concept, the Transalp goes after the new Suzuki V-Strom 800D, Yamaha Tenor 700 and Aprilia Tuareg 660 with 90.5 bhp at 9,500 rpm and 75 Nm of torque at 7,250 rpm. Suspension consists of a 43mm Showa SFF upside-down fork up front and a Pro-Link rear shock, both with adjustable preload, while kit levels include selectable torque and integrated wheelie control. 4. BMW S1000RR and BMW M1000RR. Due to be announced. BMW sets its sights on success, both on and off the track, in the ultra-competitive sports bike class in 2023 with a dual update for its S1000RR and M1000RR models. Building on the aggressive look of the current model, BMW has emphasized the S1000RR's racing credentials with a more tapered tail end and added winglets to it for greater cornering downforce. It's under the skin where the big changes come, though, with BMW squeezing power from 207 HP to 210 HP courtesy of a taller red line at 13,750 rpm. Arguably the most compliant and forgiving of the big 1000cc sports bikes, the S1000RR benefits from electronic aids trickling down from the M1000RR, while the formerly optional M chassis kit, which features an adjustable swing arm, revised rear shock and dynamic damping control, is now standard. To prevent the S1000RR venturing too far into the hyper sports bike territory occupied by the flagship M1000RR, BMW has helpfully upgraded this model too. Power is up to 211 HP, which doesn't sound like much over the standard model on paper, but in practice should ensure you shave tenths off your lap times thanks to its tweaked aerodynamics, resulting in less drag and more downforce. 3. Ducati Panigale V4R. Due to be announced. BMW isn't the only manufacturer chasing glory on track next season, though in Ducati's case it has a championship-winning machine to build on. Back on top of the world in Worlds BK following an 11-year wait, Ducati may have just won its 15th title courtesy of Alvaro Bautista, but it's not resting on its laurels, with an upgraded 2023 Panigale V4R winging its way to both the Spaniard and the general public. The headline here is the increased power output to 237 bhp, or 240.5 bhp if you use a certain Shell-produced oil, from its 998cc engine, smaller than the Panigale V4S as dictated by Worlds BK regulations, putting even more air between Ducati and its rivals, muddling around the 200 bhp mark. The changes elsewhere are less significant, but this is hardly a surprise given the acclaim showered on the current model. It means the distinctively aggressive design is largely unchanged, while component tweaks are limited to front suspension with more travel and a softer rear shock. 2. Suzuki GSX-S 8S. Due, Spring 2023. After 23 long years of service, the Suzuki SV650 has finally been updated. Say hello to the all-new Suzuki GSX-8S, a fresh take on the middleweight class that is light years away from the SV650 through and through, even if the venerable, but still popular, V-Twin will remain on sale for those who can't get enough of its frisky charms. Marking the belated debut of Suzuki's new 800cc, well, 776cc to be accurate architecture to replace the aged, but still revered 650cc V-twin platform, the GSX-8S and V-Strom 800 with their parallel twin configuration are set to represent very different propositions to its predecessor. What they might lose in character, they will gain in efficiency with the GSX-8S, proving a more powerful proposition at 81.8 bhp, pushing it right up against the new Honda Hornet and Triumph Trident. Gaining a distinctive new style, the GSX-8S appears like a mashup between the Hornet and the Yamaha MT-7 with its sharp, layered front fairing, squinting side lights and stacked front beams. 1. Triumph Street Triple 765. Due, Spring 2023. One of Triumph's most popular models. While there wasn't a whole lot wrong with the current Street Triple 765, it hasn't stopped the British mark from having a go at improving the package for 2023. Already the ultimate representation of sporty premium, Triumph hasn't deviated too far from the sharp yet subtle look of the outgoing Street Triple 765, but benefits from some finer attention to detail in the new belly pan, more aggressive front end and creased fairing. Under the skin, the potent 765cc engine has been given a power hike influenced by Triumph's association with Moto2, with the entry level R producing the same 123 bhp of the former RS, while the new RS ranks as the most powerful naked in its class with 130 bhp on tap. Defining the RS in particular as a street bike for the track, it gets upgraded Brembo brakes and switchable cornering traction control and more dynamic throttle maps. And if you're quick, you'll be able to order a launch special edition Moto2 variant, of which 765 units of each color, racing yellow and racing white, will be available for a limited time only. It gets special Moto2 branding, a numbered yoke and clip-on handlebars. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe for more videos. Good day.